welcome to Frisco's Living. I'm Casey DeSantis.
And I am Charlene Shirk, in for Curtis. He's going to be gone for a little bit, so he's staying for a little while.
There you go. You got the short
straw.
And
I feel lucky to be here. Meteorologist Mike Pringley.
So
Great
he
to
says.
see you.
Good to see you.
Always
Good to see you. Yeah, people are like, where's Curtis? And so he's not here, and he's not here for 3 weeks. So where did he go? Well, apparently last we checked, he's in China. He was in Beijing. He was staying at a hotel there. And then from Beijing, I think he's going to hop on a plane. These are some of the pictures, by the way, that he put on Snapchat, which, by the way, I thought you couldn't take, but apparently you can. So that whole myth about they go away, apparently not true. But that's his hotel in Beijing.
Oh, how fun.
And
he always goes on the best adventures.
He sure does. I'll tell you what, I mean, he's been all over the place, but he's ultimately going to Thailand and then to Vietnam. And he'll be gone for 3 weeks. So
with his wife.
With his wife.
On his last big adventure, didn't he get married?
Yes.
Yes. So
is this the official honeymoon then?
I'm sure. I guess. Who knows with Curtis? He just kind of does his own thing, and he'll send pictures back. So we'll be monitoring his progress.
It should be interesting.
Very cool.
Always.
Interesting things going on in weather. We'll talk about our local forecast in just a second, but and we are feeling the effects of Maria, as you heard.
We are. The beaches, especially those dunes, it's like somebody sliced them in half. So not good news on that front.
Not good news on that front. But I'll tell you what, the people in Puerto Rico, they're dealing with catastrophic problems because the island was devastated by that hurricane, and now there's a dam that's failing that could be triggering some flash floods.
Because they're so mountainous, they were worried about that.
Yeah, they have 4,000-foot mountains, so just in the soil, I mean, there's hardly any leaves, trees left, and the soil's just saturated, and the land just is falling apart.
And we've been seeing how it's just been devastated. Well, NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has the very latest now for us from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is exhausted, town after town underwater and under pressure. Maria may have passed, but the storm's aftermath is overwhelming. In the northwest part of the island, an extremely dangerous dam failure is forcing more frantic evacuations.
It's devastating because, you lose everything. You lose everything. You have to start from zero.
And in Toa Baja, 30 miles west of San Juan, Crystal Afanador is desperate. The water flooded her entire first floor, and she says the local shelter has run out of food.
We need gas, food, I don't know, someone to help us.
The town's mayor tells us at least 8 people drowned here, and authorities have rescued 4,000 to 5,000 trapped by floodwaters. Without working cell phones, he's coordinating with rescue crews from Florida and Virginia by word of mouth.
It's chaos. It's chaos.
New video released by the U.S. Coast Guard shows a woman and 2 children being hoisted to safety after they were stranded on a capsized boat off the coast. Power is out to the entire island, and 95% of cell service is down. The government has now hired more than 50 small contractors to help get things up and running. Electrical crews clearing debris, but not fixing lines yet because they say they can't even communicate with headquarters.
It's a new experience for us. I'm working in George, I'm working in Hugo, and I never see something like this one.
You've worked many hurricanes before, but you've never seen something like this.
I never see it.
Rosa Avilas rode out the storm in Old San Juan while a building in this historic neighborhood crumbled next to her.
And I said to myself and to my son, we have to leave the house. This is going to collapse.
For many in Puerto Rico, more help can't come soon enough. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News.
The last thing they need is something else. I mean, the last thing they need is even like a rain shower right now is the last thing really anybody needs, but especially Puerto Rico.
Right, and for them it's their rainy season still, and hurricane season goes to the end of November, so your heart really breaks seeing images and pictures like that.
Yeah, because they don't really have anywhere to go, right? You're on the island. When we saw Katrina come by, Houston picked up a lot of the people and welcomed them into the community. I know a lot of people went east after Katrina. And what happened to Houston? A lot of people went into Louisiana, but when you're in Puerto Rico, where do you go?
A lot of people could not. That's a good point you made. They were told to evacuate. They couldn't evacuate unless you had a plane ride out of there.
Right,
and if you were able to get out, you can't get back now. And that's also frustrating and worrisome that your family's there and your home is there and you're not able to get back.
Yeah, the airport's still out of power. I know that. So, yeah, very serious situation.
And obviously, we're faring much better than they are, obviously, in Puerto Rico. But that just to show how big the storm is, I mean, it's already to the north and east of us, but we're feeling the effects here.
It seems like it's been controlling our weather weather for 2 weeks, and today and the rest of the week, it's actually blocking any fronts from coming our way. So we want fall, and I think you're a big fan of some cooler weather. And Charlene, you like hot weather,
I love the summer, but
Yes.
this is the first summer I'm like, I cannot wait for fall to get here. It felt like summer started like April 1st and has just been the hottest summer ever.
And the stormiest as well.
And it's all the pumpkin spice lattes too. Like you just, before you can consume them, you have to get the temperature down to about 72, right?
I'm telling you, like, I don't even want to put my Halloween stuff out right now. Like I am not moving anything until November 30th. I swear to God.
The good news is Maria's now moving. Okay, bad news, it won't happen until late week this weekend. This weekend I do see cooler weather, maybe only highs near 80, which is a big deal because we're going to be in the low to mid 90s all week. So I think a nor'easter could come in. We'll have a breezy time of it. And as we look at the 2017 season, I want you to see this. A lot of folks are saying, what's happening here? Are we going to run out of names? Well, keep in mind, we only have 8 names left. Nate, Ophelia, Philippe. Hopefully we won't even get that far, but it'll only take 2 more for us to have a top 10 season, which I think we will, and officially 3 more. So if we get to Philippe and then Rena. But Whitney would be the last of the names. We have 8 more names, and then you'd go to the Greek alphabet, Alpha, Beta, Omega. I don't see that happening because I see a break for the next couple of weeks in the tropics. So far in the 2017 season, we've had 13 named storms. We should have only had 8 hurricanes compared to 4. So see how we've doubled the averages this year. And what's to blame is not called the El Nino or La Nina like we usually talk about. It's the AMO, the AMO. So keep that in mind. That's caused by unusually warm Atlantic water temperatures. And the area to watch, I think, as we go into mid and late October would be that area where we see that, it looks like a blister, that kind of that purplish color. That's what's been feeding this season. So we'll keep an eye to the south. But for now, the news is better. Maria heading out to sea. And we will see hopefully a break for the next couple of weeks, if not longer. All right, so a little silver lining in this awful hurricane season.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Always good to keep our eyes on the forecast. Well, you might recognize our next guest from the forecast to a very well-known lady who has ties to Jacksonville that we will get to in a second. Perhaps you know her from her role as Veronica Harrington on the Haves and Have-Nots, which airs on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Please welcome to the show. We are so excited to have Angela Robinson. Thank you. It is so good to see you.
It's great to see you. I'm so happy to be here.
We're super stoked that you're here, that you took the time to join us.
Of course.
So why are you here? What brings you to Jacksonville?
Well, Jacksonville's my hometown. Grew up here, still very connected here. My family's here. And my mom turned 90.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, so we had a big surprise party for her yesterday and got to see all our old friends and family. So that's really why I'm here. But I come home.
This is exciting because you are a Jacksonville native. You were born here in Jacksonville. Because when we see you on the big screen, we see you on Oprah Winfrey Network, and we're going to see a sample of your work coming up in just a second. You are a Raines, right? High school graduate.
Right, #1.
Yes. Well, also Florida A&M, Miss Florida A&M University.
Yes.
All of that. Did you know that you wanted to get into theater when you were studying in high school here and then college and beyond?
I always knew, yes. Well, I knew from the age of 10. My mother was a 12th grade English teacher who did all the senior drama productions.
Okay.
Ironically, at Douglas Anderson when it wasn't a school of the arts. Yeah, I sat in on all of her rehearsals and knew that this was what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, she was surprised and said that I couldn't, you can't major in that, you can't do that. And so, you know, I majored in something else and still pursued it. I knew it was something that I wanted.
She wanted you to have your backup plan. All parents want you to have the backup plan. And if you can make it big on the stage, good for you, but you've got your fallback plan. Let me ask you this. When did you start flexing your theater muscle? When did you first get on that stage? Because you can think that's what you want to do. And then you get on the stage and it's kind of proof of performance. You either love it or you go, yeah, I'm going to go help with sets.
Exactly. And that's a good thing when you say, because I think all of it is discovery, right? You try things and you decide that doesn't work, let me try that. That's why it's so important to try things. If you don't, you never know that I should have done sets, you know, and sets could be your thing. But my first time was in college. I did all kinds of college productions. But my first professional was here at the Alhambra Dinner Theater.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
what was that performance? What did you do?
It was Ain't Misbehavin'. Okay. It was a musical review, and Todd Booth who owned it at the time, now he's the director there, hired me, and I had no professional credits. And so I had to join the union in order to do the show. And he said, I'll give you your union card, but that's not going to be good for you because you now have to compete with union people and you have no experience. He said, but I promise to hire you so that you can get the experience you need. And he hired me, and he gave me opportunity after opportunity until he said, I believe you need to move to New York. And so he is a near and dear mentor to me, and someone that without whom I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Look back at those people who made such a huge difference, and just remember that spark that ignited, and look at what you've done. And let's talk about one of your productions, Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots, 4th season. So I want to show a clip to the audience here of this is one of the big car scene, right? The car crash?
That, yeah.
Oh, that's not one of your favorites. Okay, we picked a dud.
No, it's okay.
This is apparently a really big scene because we want to know who survived, right?
Yeah. It's a cliffhanger.
So let's take a look and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
What is going on? What is wrong with you, man? What the hell are you laughing at? Somebody hates as much as I do. As long as this baby's okay, I don't care. Stop it! Stop it! What are you trying to do? Let go of the wall!
Wow. Who survived? Your daughter-in-law's a pistol.
Well, she's kind of, it's a good thing she's a pistol. I'm not too nice to her.
Okay. Well, she tried to steer you off the road, so I don't know what kind of relationship is going on here.
I drove her to that.
Okay.
The character Veronica did.
Just when you go back and you watch yourself and you're a little hesitant, is it because like watching yourself? Because when this show reruns at 2 p.m., I turn the channel sometimes. I don't turn the channel for the bosses who are watching. We keep it on for the ratings.
Yes.
But you know, it's like watching yourself, or what is it?
Well, you know, the character that I play is such a villain, and she's so hateful that I have the best time in the world playing her. But sometimes it's hard to watch because I go to, you know, even the actors, my daughter-in-law, I go to her after and I say, I'm so sorry I had to do that. You know, so we have a good time. Let's hope, you know, I tell all the fans, pray for Veronica. I hope she survives that crash. I love what I do and I love the cast, and so I'm hoping that she gets to come back, but you never know, you never know.
Yeah. You don't know going into the next season? Would you wait to get the script and go, oh good, I live? Or
you wait to get the offer.
You know, you don't even know.
Right. Think about
it's the business side too of it.
Exactly. And also it's the when you get the script that says you were in a car that turned over. You know, you're reading and oh, this is juicy. Oh, she grabs the wheel. Oh, wait a minute. You know, and no one says, don't worry, you'll be, you know.
No, you have no idea, right?
Because
so it's a bigger cliffhanger for you than anybody else.
Yeah, because they don't want you to spill the beans. If you know, you'll probably
That's a good point.
Be on First Coast and say, you know.
Yeah, I know Charlene would. She would.
I'd be the one asking you all the questions.
Yeah, but it's an amazing ride. So
literally.
Literally. So you know, whether it ends here or it goes forward, it's an amazing ride, and I'll be around.
Oh, for sure. You're just so talented. I know that there was an award that you got. What was it? The Gracie Award, 2015 for Outstanding Female Actor to Watch.
Congratulations.
So you're
thank you for being here.
Thank you
so
for
much.
having me.
Our pleasure.
I've
Come
watched so much, so it's good to see you guys in person.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yay.
I feel a little straighter now. Thank you. It's a pleasure. So nice to meet you. And happy birthday to your mother.
To my mommy.
90 years young.
Happy
That's
birthday,
awesome.
Mommy.